What's up guys and gals, Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. Today we are checking out the Ford Mustang Mach E 1400, the brand new electric car. This thing is pretty crazy. Now there's some pluses and some minuses, but we're going to do a stage 5 shift pattern and tune. We're going to do a maxed out stage 6 shift pattern and tune. We're going to do a review on the car and we're going to show you the amazing live racing setup. Now the downside is I cannot find anything good to do with this car on stage 5 only parts. Stage 6 it's awesome, and the live racing setup I'm going to show you is amazing, but on stage 5 I can't do anything with it. Alright, but we're going to review it. We're going to do all kinds of stuff on this video, so stick around to the end and hey, let's go get to the stage 6 maxed out shift pattern and tune and see what this baby can do. I try and make videos to help you guys out, so don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. So let's start with the maxed out shift pattern and tune. If you have all the stage 6 parts and all the fusion parts installed, this is how you're going to tune it and how you're going to drive it. Alright, so we got this car maxed out, nitrous all the way to the right, final drive down to 2.0, and tire pressure is on 8 psi. And that's going to give us a dyno time of about a 6.844, which is crazy fast. Now to drive it when it's maxed out, we're basically going to let go of the gas just a little bit after number 1 to launch, try and get a perfect start, pretty much instantly shift into second, shortly after shift into third, and then hit your nitrous. Alright, all the good shifts after that. It's super important to get your start right on this car. If you don't get the start right, it runs a really bad time. I see guys hitting 6.8 with this car, and that is very hard to do. You got to get your shifts and your nitrous and stuff at the exact perfect times, roughly like this, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, nitrous, fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear. Now I don't know what they're doing, but they're hitting like 6.8s with it. I'm hitting 7.0s. So I'm a little off somewhere. Then we got a 6.952. That's the best run I've got on it so far, but knowing exactly when to shift into third and exactly when to hit your nitrous, I guess must be playing a really big part in getting that really fast time on this car. I guess if you can shift into third gear at exactly 40 miles per hour and hit nitrous at exactly 95 miles per hour, that's how you're going to run the faster times on that car. And that's not exactly easy to do, but give it a go. Give it a go, see what happens. Huge thank you to Nitro for CSR. I'm using his account today to make this video because I don't have this car on my account. You can find a link to his YouTube channel in this video's description. Alright, let's set this baby back to stage 5 parts only and do a stage 5 shift pattern and tune. Okay, so now we got all the stage 5 parts installed and all the fusions, and this is the most frustrating car I've ever tried to tune on stage 5. I've spent 2 hours tuning it so far, and this is the best I've come up with. Alright, nitrous, or I guess I should say overboost since it's electric, all the way to the right. Final drive 2.40, tire pressure down to 8 psi. That's going to give us an 8.549 on the dyno. So to drive it, we're going to go for a perfect start. So let go of the gas just a little bit after number 1. Then we're going to do instant shift into second, third, fourth, nitrous. That's the best I am finding so far, which isn't great, but hey. 3, 2, 1, let go. Second, third, fourth, nitrous. Fifth gear, sixth gear. And I cannot get this thing to hit or beat the dyno time on stage 5 parts. Most frustrating car ever, guys. There we got an 8.839. Last run was an 8.7. I don't know. This is a nightmare on stage 5. Maybe somebody else will find a better shift pattern, but I cannot find anything good for this car on stage 5. I don't know what the deal is, but anyways, let's go see if we can find a live racing setup to make this a live racing machine. Now the good news is we found a really amazing live racing setup where you only have to upgrade 3 parts, okay? Let's go show you how to do this. Alright, so we got our tires and our transmission both on stage 5. If you want, you can drop those down to stage 4, but stage 5 gives you much better evo, and that should give you a better lobby advantage. Nitrous on stage 3, all the other parts are fit back to stock with no upgrade. So that's how you're going to set it up for live racing. Only those 3 parts need to be upgraded. Everything else you can just leave it at stock. Now to tune it for this live racing setup, we got the nitrous all the way to the right, final drive 2.0, tire pressure 8 psi. That gives us a 11.365 on the dyno. So our goal is actually to run 11.4s to get this thing into the 11.4 lobby. Now, if you drop the other two parts down to stage 4 instead of stage 5, it'll probably be in the 12 something lobbies, but we're going to go with it like this. Now the question is, are we going to be able to make this thing run 11.4 with the shift pattern? Well, we're about to find out. So we're going to go for the perfect start. We're going to launch it the same way, but we're just going to do a very standard shift pattern. And the truth is, you are going to have to slow down because this destroys the dyno. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so we got that needle kicking back right there. All just normal shifts right before the red line. And that's all she wrote. So easy to drive like this. Now, what time did we run? There we got a 10.994. That is destroying the dyno, guys, with a 11.4 basically. So we're going to have to downshift several times in order to keep this thing in the same lobby. If we win the live races while beating the dyno, this car will get pushed into a faster and a faster and a faster lobby to where it can't win anymore. So our goal is to run in the 11.4 lobby. So we want to downshift, downshift, downshift before we cross the finish line and slow this baby down so it actually runs 11.4s. If you do beat the dyno time and win live races, the game pushes you into the other lobbies, and it's very, very, very hard these days to get back into these lower lobbies. So yeah. This is the type of live racing setup you want to find for your cars. It allows you to stay in the same lobby without moving, but you are going to have to downshift several times and slow down to make sure you're not busting that lobby, or the car will get moved and you don't want that. Okay, so let's do a little review on this car. It sucks on stage 5 unless somebody can find a better shift pattern or tune than I can. But we do have an amazing live racing setup, and on stage 6, when it's maxed out, it performs great overall. It is a little bit hard to drive to get your times just right because you do have to shift at exact specific miles per hour and hit your nitrous just right when it's maxed out, so that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But it will run about a 6.84 something maxed out if you drive it just right. It'll do 450 some miles per hour, 0 to 16 something like 0.9ish. 0 to 100 and like 1.3ish. So great top speed, great acceleration. It's going to be one of the faster cars in the game, running 6.8. All around, very, very nice car, but it is one that you're going to have a hard time getting because you have to complete several events and collect the prize cars and blah, blah, blah. And then this car was won as a prize. You can't just pull it out of a crate or something. Of course, with enough parts installed, it'll definitely beat Tempest 1, Tempest 2, and Tempest 3. If you get it, I would say it's definitely worth upgrading just for the live racing setup, which is also destroying dyno. So if you need something to beat dyno, which is a big thing, all right, if I had this car, I would definitely set it up with that live racing setup, and I would probably just upgrade it to the live racing setup, and I would leave it set right there. So maybe somebody else will find a better stage 5 shift pattern and tune than I did. I'm having a really hard time doing anything with this on stage 5. All right, but besides that though, awesome car. I really like it. It's going to be good for a lot of different things. So yeah, definitely worth upgrading if you have it, as long as you're not setting it to stage 5. So I think that wraps this up. Again, thank you to Nitro for CSR. I'm using his account since I don't have this car on my account. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I try to make videos to help you out, so help me out. Hit that like and subscribe, and if you don't want to miss any good uploads, click the little bell, set those notifications to all. That way YouTube tells you when I upload new videos with game info or tunes or game tips or anything like that. All that stuff can come in very, very handy. Don't forget to check out my playlist. I cover most everything in the game in the playlist, from tuning to Tempest to Legends to this to that. We got pretty much everything covered on those playlists. You can find a link to my Discord server down in this video's description. If you really want to help support the channel, you can hit the join button or the thank you button. Anybody who's a monthly channel member can get access to the VIP room on my Discord server. There's only a couple people in there right now, so not many people are taking advantage of that. Most of my channel members are not taking advantage of the VIP room on my Discord server, but hey, it's there if you're interested, if you're a monthly channel member. But I think that wraps this video up. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are all amazing. You really are. Don't forget that. You guys are awesome. All right, lightning out. Have an awesome day. See you later.